Hello, guys. I'm Juliet, and welcome to my podcast. My podcast in progress. Yeah, that's the name because we are all work in progress, and we are all in the process of becoming. So I've been reading a book. It's called "You Can Negotiate Anything" by Herb Cohen. An interesting read. And in that book, I've reached a chapter where he talks about the styles of negotiation, because according to him, every aspect of our life, actually, it's all negotiation, because it's all about defending yourself and getting yourself the best deal you can get in terms of love, in terms of work, in terms of family and all that. So one style caught my attention. Yes, one. Oh my God. So today I'm going to talk about the Soviet style. How people use manipulation to win. So today we are unpacking something powerful. How some people negotiate or control situations using what's called the Soviet style, and how to spot it, resist it, and protect your peace. The Soviet style is all about control. Like we've said it's a manipulation tactic, and people manipulate definitely to control. It is not negotiation in the healthy collaborative sense. It's manipulation dressed up as strategy. And a lot of people use it without even realizing it. Others use it on purpose to break you down and go get what they want. So let me walk you through some of the key tactics people use and how you can rise above them. So you see, people, and then it's funny how it's so hard to spot these things, because at first they come across as people who care about your feelings, about your thoughts. Well, it's part of the process of getting to understand you and spot your weaknesses to use them against you. So let's talk about some of the key tactics they use. I think that can also help us spot those moments when people have used such, kind of things against us or to get stuff from us. So the first one is they make extreme demands. So this is when someone asks you for something so outrageous. It throws you off, you feel confused and unsure. Well, that's the whole point of making such demands. So in real life, it's the friend who expects too much, the boss who gives you double your workload without asking. Well, I currently went through that, I think from around last month, and it made me very anxious, where we kind of lost the people who quit the job. And me, I'm flexible and all that. So I realized my boss was kind of trying to give me another role without consulting or asking me. It was just like using this kind of push and pull kind of way to get me to do the job. So how do you deal with this? You stay calm, don't match the energy, and respond with facts, not feelings. Like me, I was all anxious, and I was like, but the fact is, when I was like, I wasn't employed to do that. When I was being employed, I was told to do A and B. And yes, I've added on some extra work, but I cannot do this because it can't just go right with me, and even with the salary and all that. Number 2 is the most common one. This is so common. I think kids use them all the time. The silent treatment. Now they go quiet, and that silence, it makes you uncomfortable. And then that makes you to feel the need to fill the gap, usually by giving in. So giving in is in where you are the one who goes to explain yourself. You are the one who goes to apologize. Then in the process, you end up, as you try to play the bigger person, you end up telling on yourself for nothing. But here's what I've learned. Silence is not always a threat. Sometimes it's just noise in disguise. Let it sit, let them wait. Your peace matters more than their manipulation. In short, assume them, and hold. Just resist the need to go and overplay your role in the situation. Number 3 is take it or leave it. This is when someone acts like their word is final. No room to talk. You'll hear, that's just how I am, or it's non-negotiable. That's not strength. It's control. Where somebody, something is going on, and they're like, this is the final thing, you need to take it or leave it. Or, like they want to make it look like it's the last thing you need to have. Well, just say this to yourself. If this isn't flexible, it isn't fair, and walk away if you must. Number 4, time pressure. They use time pressure where they're like, decide now or it's gone. Well, this one plays on your fear of missing out, but urgency without reason is manipulation. Well, their point is to make you make a rash decision without thinking, like without being logic about it, and they end up winning. Ask them why the rush, and if it doesn't make sense, slow down anyway. Your clarity is more than a rushed yes. We all deserve clarity, and we all deserve to have reasons to, accept or not accept things. People should not pressure you into, saying yes to stuff that don't sit right with you. Number 5 is breaking your confidence. This now is very common, and people do this, even make a joke about it or just say it in a very ridiculous way, and then they be like, it's a joke, or I'm just, you take, or they be like, oh, you're too emotional, or you take things personally. Well, this one hurts the most. It's the subtle digs, the just being honest remarks, the way they make you feel smaller so they can feel bigger. If you've ever walked away from someone second guessing yourself, you've felt this. But the insecurity is not your truth. You don't owe anyone your softness if they weaponize it. So, when people say things, I think it's better to just walk away. Because sometimes trying to explain yourself, it's like, you're trying to prove, like you're all that. Well, it's not worth it. Such people, they kind of project their insecurities and fears on you. So they'll never listen because themselves, they aren't okay. So there's no way they'll get you. So just, work out. So as we close in, the truth is, people who use these tactics aren't always trying to hurt you. Some were just raised in environments where manipulation was normal. And this goes way back to our childhood traumas. Most of us, our parents have raised or punished us or, made us do things in this kind of style. Even in workplaces, we have our bosses and our seniors using this kind of styles to get stuff out of us or to make us overplay our roles. Same to relationships, same to friendships. But your job is to stay aware, to stay centered, to know that you don't need to fight dirty to win. You can lead with clarity. Like I said, we all deserve clarity. We all deserve it to be clear of to have reasons and to be clear of everything we choose intentionally, with a clear mind. You can lead with calm, and trust me, that kind of power is unshakable. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. If this episode made something click for you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. You are not alone in this journey. We are all just in progress.